community helpers, but what are we learning about in our Read Aloud books? What it means to be a, what, Ryan?
A helper.
A helper, exactly. So not just
Like
community
the
helpers.
book.
Yep, learning to be helpers, just like our Curious George book we read earlier this week and talked about being a helper. Today, we are going to be reading The Little Engine That Could. Who has read this book before, maybe seen it? So many of us, okay.
And Rolando have seen it.
Yep, I bet you guys read it in TK. Okay, so just based off of our title, remember our title is what the story is called. It's called The Little Engine That Could. If we're talking about being helpers and what it means to be a helper, what do we think the story might be? By just looking at the pictures, knowing the title of our story, what might it be about, Dante?
It may be about all the other guys that are inside the other trailers helping him.
Yeah, absolutely. We can figure that out. We can make a prediction. Do you remember that fancy word?
Yeah.
Prediction. Say it with me. Prediction. Yep, about what our story might be about. Hands down right now, Cynthia.
Or maybe.
No. I said hands down. That doesn't give us permission to speak. John. So that means our story could be about all these friends that maybe help our engine, but I don't know. We have to read it. What two people help make a story, Cynthia?
Illustrator and author.
Very good. Illustrator and author. Raise your hand if you can tell me what the illustrator does, Mavis.
He paints the pictures or draws them.
Yep, paints or draws the pictures. So if the illustrator paints or draws the pictures, what does our author do, Mariah?
Writes the book.
Absolutely. Okay, The Little Engine That Could by Waddy Piper with new art by Lauren Long. So that means they drew new pictures for this story.
Really long.
Let's
New pencils.
chug, 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 puff, 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 ding dong, ding dong. The little train rumbled over the tracks. She was a happy little train, for she had such a jolly load to carry. Her cars were filled full of good things for boys and girls. What do we know so far? Ella?
The train is bringing toys to little children.
Yeah, the train is probably trying to bring toys to little children. One more thing, Mavis.
Maybe if there's food in there, she can bring food to
Maybe
children.
she's bringing food too. Yep, we don't know. There were toy animals, giraffes with long necks, teddy bears with almost no necks at all, and even a baby elephant.
Aw.
Then there were dolls with blue eyes and yellow curls, dolls with brown eyes and brown bob heads, and the funniest little toy clown you've ever seen. And there were cars full of toy engines, airplanes, tops, jacks, picture puzzles, books, and every kind of thing boys or girls could want. So, what kind of things is our train carrying, Dante?
There is giraffes, and this is a fiction story.
A fiction story is what kind of story?
Fake.
Fake. Can we say fiction is
Fake.
fake? So Dante just made a good point. If this is a fake story and we already know it's a fiction, it's a fake story, why do we know that? Why do we already know this is a fiction story, a fictional story, Kinsey?
That the choo-choo trains don't talk,
Yeah.
and they don't move around without a human in there.
Absolutely. So we already know it is fiction. Cynthia and Olivia, you have 3 seconds.
And the
3,
clown is a
2,
human.
1.
Sort of.
You know the rules. Do not get up without asking for permission,
And-
please.
And all the toys are big, so that would be impossible.
Yep.
And there's a baby elephant.
There is a baby elephant. There's lots of toys. Okay, hands down. Let's keep moving.
Trains don't have eyes.
You are correct. That's how we know it's fictional, because our train is not real. But that was not all. Some of the cars were filled with all sorts of good things for boys and girls to eat. Big golden oranges, red-cheeked apples, bottles of creamy milk for their breakfast,
And ice cream.
fresh spinach for their dinners, peppermint drops and lollipops for after-meal treats. This little train was carrying all these wonderful things to the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain. She puffed along merrily. So So whoever said that earlier that she was carrying food, she is carrying food and we know that now. So she's carrying toys, she's carrying food, she's taking them to all the boys and girls. She's obviously excited because it says she puffed along merrily. We may not know what merrily means, but what do we think it means just based off of what we've read so far? Ella?
That she's super excited.
Yeah, we think that's merrily. Oh no, Kinsey, We know that merrily probably means she's super excited, and we know that just by what we've read.
We don't know her name yet. Maybe.
Then all of a sudden she stopped with a jerk. She simply could not go another inch. She tried and she tried, but her wheels could not turn. What were all these good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain going to do without wonderful toys to play with and the good food to eat? What is happening right now? What is happening, Olivia P? She may be tired. Do we think she can go any more? What's wrong with her right now, Jackson? I'll tie it up again, Cynthia, sit down. She what?
Probably ran out of gas.
Yeah, maybe she ran out of gas. We don't know right now. Hands down really quick. We don't know. All we know right now is she was excited. She has toys. She has food to bring to the boys and girls just like you. And right now something is stopping her from going anymore.
She probably broke down.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's find out. Here comes a shiny new engine, said the funny little clown who jumped out of the train. Let us ask him to help us. So all the dolls and toys cry out together. Please, shiny new engine, won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. So who are they asking for help, Dante?
It's like another kind of train that's helping.
Yep, but what do they want? So they're asking the shiny new, what, Rolando?
They want the shiny new train and help.
Yep, shiny new engine. They're asking help from the shiny new engine. Do we think the shiny new engine is, oh, nope, not right now. Do we think the shiny new engine is going to help them?
No.
You don't? You don't know? Some say yes, some say no.
Yeah.
If you think yes, raise your hand. Hands down. If you think no, raise your hand. What would you think would be the kind thing to do? If we were in that position and we were kind and we were helpers, what would you do, Mariah?
Share the engine.
Yeah, I think I would share the engine too because that's what it means to be a
Helper.
But the shiny new engine snorted. I pull you? I am a passenger engine. I have just carried a fine big train over the mountain with more cars than you've ever dreamed of. My train had sleeping cars with comfortable berths, a dining where waiters bring whatever hungry people want to eat, and parlor cars in which people sit in soft armchairs and look out of big plate glass windows. I pull the likes of you? Indeed not. So what is happening right now? Tell me, what is happening? Aaliyah, tell me what's happening. Shh, John.
It's being mean.
Yeah, is this engine being mean to our little train?
Yeah. Very disrespectful.
Yeah, being very disrespectful. Why is this shiny new engine not wanting to help the train? What is this train? Does this train think it's better than the train? Or does this engine, what's going on, Ella?
He already made a lot of things to others across the mountain, so he doesn't want to help it.
Yeah, he said, I've already done my job. I help lots of people. I help lots of fancier things than your toy train is carrying, and I cannot help you. I will not help you. So not nice, right?
It's so
Rolando,
good.
put your hands up, please. Yep, let's find out what happens. Rolando, pull your arms out, please.
Good.
And off he steamed to the roundhouse where engines live when they are not busy. How sad the little train and all the dolls and toys felt. Then the little clown called out, the passenger engine is not the only one in the world. Here is another engine coming, a great big strong one. Let us ask him to help us. The little toy clown waved his flag and big strong engine came to a stop. So that shiny new engine did not help us. So what is the clown doing now? What is the clown doing now, Cynthia? Manuel, I'm going to take it.
They're thinking if the other one probably might be gold again or.
But he's trying to wave down a new train or a new engine because he's thinking what? Maybe he'll what, Wyatt? Yeah, he thinks maybe he'll get help from him. I don't know. Let's see. Please, oh please, big engine, cried all the dolls and toys together. Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good little boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But the big strong engine below. I am a freight train engine. I have just pulled a big train loaded with big machines over the mountain. These machines print books and newspapers for grown-ups to read. I am a very important engine indeed. I won't pull you.
That's also the.
So what is happening? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you can tell me what is happening. Chance, please tell me what is happening right now.
He's being very disrespectful.
Yeah, he's being disrespectful. Why is he being disrespectful? How is he being disrespectful, Dante?
Because he thinks that the other train, just because he works hard, doesn't mean he shouldn't help.
Exactly. He thinks his train is more important than his little train. Because look at the size difference.
Yeah.
He's a big, strong train, and this is a little train that's pulling dolls and food, and he thinks his train is way more important.
Yeah.
Do we think that? Is
No.
that fair?
No.
Let's find out what happened.
That's
Not being nice. Go hang up